Mata. Into what Drogba! What about that?
All the big names in Europe at that time, I told Drogba. And who is he? Where is he playing? Mr. Abramovich, pay and don't speak.
Did you know that Emil Heskey had 110, Peter Crouch had 108? Both of these players scored more Premier League goals than Didier Drogba, who only had 104. On raw numbers alone, one might wonder if Didier Drogba's legacy is a bit overrated. So guys, let's dive into how good Didier Drogba really was. Drogba was a late bloomer in professional football, only signing his first top division contract at the age of 21. After impressive stints in France, notably a 17-goal season with Guingamp and a star turn at Marseille, he caught the eye of Europe's elite, and in 2004, he signed with Chelsea, who then paid a then-club record fee of £24 million for the Ivorian striker. Fresh off of leading Marseille to the UEFA Cup final and terrorizing defenses in the Champions League, Drogba hit the ground running in England. He scored 16 goals in his debut season at Stamford Bridge, helping to power Chelsea to their first league title in 50 years. This immediate impact, it foreshadowed the pivotal role that he would play in the club's golden era. Over two separate spells at Chelsea, Didier Drogba won 4 Premier League titles and became a talismanic figure for the Blues. He twice won the Premier League Golden Boot as the league's top goal scorer, which was in 2006 to 2007 and 2009 till 2010. His 29-goal haul in the 2009-10 campaign was part of an incredible 37 goals in all competitions that season, a Chelsea record for a foreign player. Yet Drogba wasn't a typical stat-padding striker. In fact, he never scored 20-plus league goals outside of those 2 peak seasons. Some years, he had more modest tallies, which was pretty much due to injuries, squad rotation, or his selfless style.
He was enjoying himself down that right-hand side. However, Ashley Cole, only the 3rd time he's ever scored.
Even more notably, he actually led the Premier League in assists in the 2005-06 season, showcasing his playmaking and hold-up abilities in addition to the goal scoring. It's true that several players have scored more goals in total in the Premier League than Didier Drogba, but many of them, like Heskey and Crouch, played far more games or did not contribute as decisively to title-winning teams. Drogba's 104 Premier League goals, which is the first African to reach the century mark in England, it came in just 254 appearances, with many coming in crucial matches. He remains Chelsea's 4th highest goal scorer of all time and their top scoring foreign player. A remarkable feat for a club that has seen global superstars come in and out of the doors. He also won the 2-time African Footballer of the Year award in 2006 and 2009, underlining his status as one of the greatest African players in history. Renowned for his pace, his strength, and his dominance and his powerful strikes, Drogba at his peak was virtually unplayable. Where Drogba truly separated himself from other strikers was on the biggest stages. He developed a reputation as football's ultimate clutch player, rising to the occasion whenever a trophy was on the line. In fact, Drogba scored 10 goals in 10 cup finals in his career.
It's there! Drogba scored!
A near mythical record that actually earned him the nickname the ultimate big game player. He seemed to single-handedly will his team to victory in finals. For example, he is the only player to score in 4 different FA Cup finals in 2007, 2009, 2010, and 2012.
Drogba, decent hit! Left, Mata's corner, Drogba!
Scoring the winning goals in 3 of those. He also netted in 3 League Cup finals across his time at Chelsea, and each time Chelsea lifted the trophy. Most famously, Drogba was the hero in the 2012 UEFA Champions League final, perhaps the defining moment of his career, with Chelsea trailing 1-0 to Bayern Munich in the 88th minute at Bayern's home stadium. It was Didier Drogba who powered in a thunderous header from a corner to tie up the game. In the resulting penalty shootout, he coolly dispatched the winning penalty kick, delivering Chelsea their first Champions League title. It was the storybook ending. Drogba had effectively grabbed the biggest prize in club football through sheer force of will. As his teammate Frank Lampard said, "He's the man for the big occasions." And Drogba proved it time and time again. Pundits and players alike marveled at Drogba's knack for performing when it mattered the most. Ian Wright once noted that some players freeze in finals, but Drogba, he thrives. The Guardian, perhaps, they kinda just put it the best. None of these figures, legends all, can hold a candle to Didier Drogba. The big Ivorian's record in the biggest matches has been simply astonishing. It's been second to none. The ultimate big game player. In other words, while other strikers racked up goals in routine games, Drogba, he built his legend by deciding championships. His clutch goals in FA Cup finals, league deciders, and European nights, it forged his legacy in a way that raw numbers alone just cannot measure. Beyond the goals and the trophies, Drogba's influence on his team was immense. He was a leader on and off the pitch, a physical and motivational presence that lifted those around him. At Chelsea, he was the emotional heartbeat of the dressing room and a fan favorite for his habit of delivering in pivotal moments. Managers, they trusted him to perform on the grand stage, and he rarely ever disappointed. His peers often talk about the fear that he struck into defenders with his combination of power and technique. Even in seasons where he scored less, Drogba contributed with assists, hold-up play, and occupying multiple defenders to create space for his teammates. Former coach Jose Mourinho lauded Drogba's selflessness, noticing that he would sacrifice personal glory for the team's tactics, a quality that not all star strikers possess today. Importantly, Drogba's career cannot be summed up by Premier League stats alone. He also carried the flag for African football as the Ivory Coast's all-time top goal scorer and the longtime captain. He led his nation to 3 World Cup tournaments, and he helped raise the profile of Ivory Coast's golden generation. He became a global icon, twice on the shortlist for the FIFA World Player of the Year, and in 2022, he was inducted into the Premier League Hall of Fame for his contributions to the English game. When assessing the question of how good Drogba really was, we have to balance the consistency of his numbers with the magnitude of his impact. No, he didn't average 25 league goal seasons every single year, but when Chelsea needed a goal in the final or title decider, it was Drogba that delivered with almost uncanny reliability. He finished his club career with over 300 goals across all competitions and a truckload of silverware, including 4 Premier League titles, 4 FA Cups, 3 league titles, a Champions League, and a Turkish league title abroad. Perhaps more tellingly, he was Chelsea's main man in their golden era, the go-to talisman when matches hung in the balance. As one article fittingly said, he was the driving force behind Chelsea's astonishing run of success between the years of 2004 and 2012. When it came to taking care of business, when it really mattered the most, Drogba was always the go-to guy. So how good was Didier Drogba really? Well, in simple terms, he was a phenomenal striker who married a very good, if not record-breaking, goal stats tally with an extraordinary big game pedigree that few footballers in the history can actually match. His relatively moderate league totals are overshadowed by his habit of scoring when it mattered the most. A late equalizer in Munich, a winning goal at Wembley, a cup final brace at Cardiff, and so on and so forth. Drogba combined physical prowess, skill, and clutch mentality to become one of the most decisive players in this generation. He may not have hit 20+ goals every single season, but he didn't need to. His legacy was built on impact, not just output. For Chelsea fans, he will forever be the man for the big moments. For football, he remains a legend of the modern game, an influential leader, a serial winner, and ultimately, one of the greatest African players ever to grace the pitch. So guys, if we're summing it all up, Didier Drogba was not merely good, he was truly outstanding when it mattered the most. And that is the measure of true greatness. But guys, I want to know, what do you think? Does Didier Drogba count as one of the all-time great forwards, or is there a couple of other players way ahead of him? Let me know in the comments below, guys. And also, don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more footballing content like this, and I will catch you on the next one.